Said you can talk to me, let the acts do their stuff, and then I'll show you the pictures after the break. But guys, we're going to bring on the fantastic Mark Dennett. So the more energy love you give him, the sexier feel. Give go, incredible Mark
Dennett. Good evening. Thank you very much for having me. Big thanks to the bar staff for turning off the flies at me. More deadlier than a Hamas pager. But I just want to start off by saying it's lovely to be here. I generally mean that. I stopped for my dinner in Saltash. It's fucking lovely to be here. Thank you very much. My name's Mark. I currently live in Cornwall. Get off your sister. Yes. I live in a small village called 1976. Honestly, I live in a place so backwards when the neighbours come around I have to turn the colour off for telly. Well, they accused the wife of witchcraft. I should have stood up for her last time. I really thought she could swim. I'm joking. She's kind, she's pretty, she's beautiful. She's given me a lift home. We've actually been married 5 happy years. 17 miserable fuckers, yeah. But have you heard that old adage, you wait for a man's artist for his stomach? She told me her name was Donna and that was it. I loved you, man. Trouble is, after 20 odd years, I now live with a large Donna. Very much true to form, she leaves a bad taste in my mouth and very often repeats on me. I'm only joking. It's just, we're going through a stage, because marriage goes through stages, doesn't it? We went through that stage where we both wanted different things. I wanted a motorbike, she wanted Dave across the road, but we got through that. Now we're going through a stage where you just start around because you can. Yeah, if the opportunity presents itself, you've got to take it. We went shopping at the weekend, she come out of the change room, she said, come on love, tell me the truth, does this dress make me look fat? I said, no love, dress is fine. She asked, her stomach make you look fat? She gets her own back, don't worry about that, she gets her own back. I was coming out tonight, she had her friend round, I said, I'll be off now then love. She said, buy my credit card. Then she looked at her friend, she said, I called him my credit card because when I want something, I use him. That's nice, isn't it? Fucking ironic, because when I want something, she becomes contactless. I mean, I hold my hands up. All the problems in our marriage lay firmly at my door because in the 20 odd years we've been together, I never understood a single word she said. I mean, it's mainly because she's Japanese. But, no, I'll tell you what the problem is, we've stopped talking. We've been together so long, we've stopped talking. In the evenings, we just sit there. We just sit there watching the telly, looking at social media, nothing to say. I mean, it became such a problem in the pandemic, they started putting adverts on the telly. Did you ever see it? A celebrity come on and said, stop what you're doing, take a moment to talk. Did you ever see that? Yeah, come on, one night. Take a moment to talk. She looked at me, she said, we don't talk, we never talk, we should talk, let's talk. I didn't know what to say. She said, I'll tell you what, she said, I'll tell you what, ask me a question, ask me anything you like. I said, all right then, what's your favourite sexual position? Without hesitation, she said, the boiled egg. Yeah, boiled egg. Meant nothing to me either until I came home and found her in bed before soldiers. I mean, at least we're still together. At least we're still together, not like my younger brother. My younger brother's not even 50 and he's been married 3 times. 3 times, not even 50. Very much a victim of circumstances. Because when he left school, he was a success straight away. And by the time he was 21, he was a millionaire. Millionaire by the age of 21, but he became obsessed with money and all he could think about was money, money, money. So much so, he married a girl called Penny. But then there was a financial crash, he lost all his money and Penny left him. It was very sad. And he became depressed, he sank into depression and he sought comfort in alcohol. And all he could think about was drink, drink, drink. So much so, he married a second time to a girl called Stella. Right? And we sorted him out, we dried him out, we gave Stella the heave-ho. And I have to say, for the last 10 years, he's been happily married to his third wife, Fanny. I tell you what, as much as I joke about my wife, I have to say we are one of life's success stories. We really are. We are one of life's success stories. Because we've been together a lot longer than we've been married. Because I met her at school. We were both at school, not from Bodmin. And it's a true story. One day, I was running down the corridor and I ran straight into her. I knocked all her books onto the floor. I apologised, I bent down, I picked them up, and I looked into her eyes and I thought, she's nice. And then, as I was handing all her books back, I noticed on every one she'd written, I love anal. So I asked her out there and then. It took me 6 years to discover she was dyslexic and fancied me mate Alan. Still causes problems to this day. When we went shopping at the weekend, she would walk with me, so I was childish because my carrier bag said tampon. It's fucking top man. Now, what you will notice about me tonight is I'm the oldest comedian on the bill, oldest, unhealthiest, unfittest, getting slowly closer to death, but looking around, I don't feel too bad about myself. I've got to the age where I've lost all motivation in life. Just not interested in anything. You start treating work like a gym subscription, you think, fuck it, I've been in once this week, I'll go again probably next week. My only motivation for getting up in the morning is my bladder. Honestly, and even then it's like using one of them Costa Express machines, do you know what I mean? You get there and you think, I don't think this is working. There's a very slow, painful drip. And then at the end you're never really sure when it stopped dripping or not. I've become a bit spiritual in my old age as well, I must admit. I've become quite spiritual. I think it was lockdown that did it. I started looking at the world in a different way, and I've noticed that the world is self-healing. It's a wonderful place, the world. It heals itself. If something bad happens over there, something good happens over there, to sort it all out. Have you noticed that? It's brilliant. Mother Nature's wonderful. Something bad followed by something good. And this became apparent to me a few years ago when I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's as a result of my heavy drinking. Now, as a result of my Parkinson's, I spilled most of it. I mean, I could joke about it now, but at the time I was heavily shaken. I've become a worrier in my old age. I worry because once a year I have to go to the doctors because of my age as a well-man clinic. And I worry because at some point during the examination he's going to tell me to drop my pants, he's going to put his hand around my bums and tell me to cough. At my age, if I cough, I'm quite likely to wee on him. There's every chance he's going to smell of sugar puffs, and I don't even eat them. Now, I did put on a lot of weight a while ago. I put on a lot of weight. I didn't realise how bad it had got. I was quite happy with it. I didn't realise how bad it had got until I got on the bus and the pregnant lady offered me her seat. But I thought I was quite happy being, a bit chubby. I thought I was happy-go-lucky, but it was the body shaming I couldn't take. I got fed up with the body shaming. It was horrible. I went to a head one night. I was getting ready for bed. My wife was in bed watching telly. I took the shirt off. She said, "Look at the state of you." I said, "What?" She said, "Look at the state of you." I said, "What do you mean?" Then she pointed at the telly. She said, "See that?" She's watching an old James Bond. She said, "See that?" She said, "That's Sean Connery. When he made this film, he was 20 years older than you are now. He's far healthier, far fitter, far more sexually active than you are. You need to sort yourself out." I said, "Well, what do you want me to do then?" She said, "Go to the doctors, get some Viagra, and you could be my very own Sean Connery." So I did. I got some Viagra tablets, wonderful, for a fortnight. Every morning and every night we were at it. And then when the Viagra, we used the last tablet, and I cuddled up to her, I looked into her eyes, I said, "Well then, love, did that Viagra make me Sean Connery?" She said, "No, it didn't make Sean Connery, but it did make you Roger Moore." It's a joke about actors that play James Bond. So I lost my weight thanks to the NHS, wonderful people, the NHS, they put me on a little course because they do that now. They said, look, they've decided that if they can get you fitter and healthier, it gets you out of hospitals. So I went along and they put me, they gave me a gym subscription, but I had to go along to an open day to see what services they offered. Fantastic, really. I stood there, I watched a game of football between two teams of stroke patients, but it was very one-sided. There was a bloke suffering with leprosy. He was offering karate lessons when I snapped his arm off. So I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I'm currently going through a sex change. From very little to none at all. Well, the only thing I've told you that is the truth is I did genuinely meet my wife at school. So, we did it when it was illegal, and we've never got any more exciting than that. No one's ever taught us nothing, so we're a bit boring in the bedroom department. I mean, don't get me wrong, we tried being kinky one night, we left the lights on. That was actually going quite well. I said, "Any chance you're moaning?" She said, "Well, the ceiling needs painting." So I borrowed a pornographic video to try and give us a few ideas, but it just resulted in me saying, "I'll never manage that." She said, "I'm not letting you do that." The only thing we both fancied trying was a pizza that the bloke was trying to deliver at the beginning. She said, "When you go to work on Monday, when you go to work," she said, "ask your work colleagues what they do for fun in the bedroom." I came home that night, she said, "How'd you get on?" I said, "Not very well." They told me I was kinky, perverted, disgusting, they reported me to HR. My own fault, I shouldn't ask the blokes, really. To be honest with you though, people my age, we shouldn't be doing sex and things like that. It's dangerous, isn't it, at my age? Sex is dangerous. I could die of a heart attack, wife could die of boredom. So, we've had to take out an insurance policy. Did you know that? There's a sexual intercourse policy. Yeah, it's fantastic. The policy document came through the other day. It had a little welcome pack which included a single Viagra tablets. That was an added boner. And It's great, this policy document's brilliant. I've got personal liability in case you injure yourself, public liability in case we go doggy, and there's even a specialist clause in case we get involved in a bukkake session. It's my wife's idea, she likes to be fully covered. Now, if you didn't understand that joke, ask somebody who did. Alright? Whatever you do, don't Google it. So yeah, we're happily married, there's a family, we've got 2 teenage daughters, 17 and 19, silly fucking names I know, but there you go. They don't want nothing to do with mum and dad unless they've got no money at the end of the month. They want to come out with mum and dad, you know, if mum and dad are paying, but they always want to dictate where we go, always want to go to Nando's. Do we know Nando's? Yeah, it's just a harvest good, someone's fucked off with a salad bar, isn't it? But we'll be walking through the town and I see the family, and somebody will come with us with a clipboard and they say, excuse me sir, have you got over 50 life cover? I say, no I haven't. They get all excited, oh, you should have over 50 life cover. Do you realise if you die, one of your 2 daughters could end up covering the cost of your funeral? I say, don't give a fuck mate. That one owes me for toileties, that one owes me for a car. It's the only one going to get your money back, isn't it? But it brings it home to you when you get to my age, you know, these sort of things, that your own mortality and you could die at any time, you know, it's horrible. Especially like I've got to the age where your friends suddenly start dying. That's not nice. A friend of mine died the other day, a friend of mine from school, we used to call him Henry the Hoover. There's a little bloke with red hair. His mum was a cleaner, she used to drag him behind her. Now, unfortunately he died, he was drug related. He got run over coming out of the chemist. It was a sick joke, honestly. It was a sick joke. He actually died in his sleep, but you'd have thought the fire engines would have woken him up, wouldn't you? But basically, we got back from his funeral, and me and my wife said, look, you know, we're going to have to make plans because it could be us next. One of us could die, and you know, we've got to make these plans. So we got a bit tearful. We held each other's hands, and we said, you know, if one of us dies now, one of the surviving members should move on because life's too short. You get one crack at this, you know, don't be on your own. And then we made this agreement that if one of us dies, the other one moves on, but mustn't forget the deceased person. We agreed that he'd visit the deceased person's final resting place at least once a week. That's nice, isn't it? As soon as we agreed that, she said, you'll never manage that. You'll never visit my final resting place once a week. Fucking we're all going to come mate, it's Captain Tesco. I've got a bit grumpier in my old age as well. I can't tolerate things now, kids especially, you know, not little kids, they're all right, it's the teenagers that have just left school, do you know what I mean? Think they know everything, yeah? Think you should respect them, but they don't give respect back, yeah? My youngest one brought a new boyfriend home the other day. She brought a boyfriend home the other day. Never going to be good enough for her, is he? My little girl, she come in, she said, hello Dad, this is John. I said, hello John. He went, all right bruv. All right bruv. I said, I don't think we're related, John. He went, oh, sorry, mate. So, what's your fucking mate, aren't With that, he got all leery. He went, well, what should I call you? I said, about your ex-girlfriend's dad now. Fuck off out my house. Now, I'm not originally from Cornwall. I moved there 12 years ago as a lifestyle change. Thought it'd be a good idea to move to a small village called Traversey, which I understand is Cornish for no pub or chip shop. And when I decided to move there, my friends back home said, don't move to Cornwall, they won't like you, they won't talk to you, they'll hate you, you won't get a job. No one will like you at all, load of rubbish. Got a job straight away, and from day one everybody started calling me Grant, making me feel welcome, because obviously to them I look sound a bit like Grant Mitchell. Yeah, found out yesterday Grant short for Grant, they don't like me at all. But there's some great things about living in Cornwall. The best thing I like most of all is no one gives a shit. No one cares. If you want to know anything, you've got to find out for yourself. Do you know what I mean? No one's going to help you. Now, a little while ago, I had an accident. I hurt my back. Thank you. I've been fair, slightly quicker than talking. But I went to the doctors and he said, you're going to have to go to the hospital for physiotherapy. And I thought, oh no, it's going to be a nightmare. We have to go to somewhere like Dennett or something. Because where I come from, all the hospitals are inner city hospitals, big places. You know, each department's got its own building. He said, nah. He said, your local cottage hospital's got a physiotherapy clinic on a Tuesday, go along there. But what they don't tell you is some of the facilities are shared, you've got to find out for yourself. I went in there, said, hello, my name's Mark, I'm here for physiotherapy. The lady said, physiotherapy waiting room is down there. I went into the waiting room for the physiotherapy department to find out there's also the waiting room for the sexual health clinic. Yeah! First thing I knew was a poster on the wall said, Does your penis look like this? I can always say it didn't because the picture was black. But it's horrible because everybody just assumes you're there for physiotherapy. It's horrible. Everybody. Everybody assumes you're there for a sexual health problem. Do you know what I mean? You stand there going like this. But the youngsters these days, they see having a sexual disease as a badge of honour. They want people to know they're getting plenty. This young fella come in, he had a sexual disease, wanted everybody to know about it. He stood there strumming himself like he was playing a guitar. Now, I don't know how you'd describe him. He was 17. He had big baggy jeans on, his pants were over the top, big baseball boots, he had a hoodie on, gold chain, cap on back to front. Now, where I come from, he called him a gangster rapper. But he was from Callington, so he's more gangster rapper, you know what I mean? But the thing I loved most about living in Cornwall was these two local blokes, these two Paul's, just didn't give a shit. And they wheeled in a lady in a wheelchair, she must have been about 90. Obviously there for physiotherapy. If she was there for a sexual health problem, fair play to the old girl. But these two blokes just didn't give a shit. They left this poor lady in a wheelchair, abandoned under a poster that simply read, "This is what gonorrhea looks like." But I tell you what I do like about living in Cornwall, everybody's really lazy. Really fucking lazy, I'm proud of it. It's marvellous. Honestly, they're so lazy that the companies in Cornwall have said, look, you can be as lazy as you like, you can have as much time off work as you like, but it's going to cost you money these days. And they've invented this thing called credit sticks. Has credit sticks reached Plymouth yet? Brilliant, you'll ask me this on Monday. What they've said is, you can have as much time off work as you like, but you can have the time off, but you've got to pay for it with credit sticks. And what you do is invest in it as a single person as part of a syndicate, and when you want 10 minutes off work, what you do is you take a credit stick, you take it outside, you set fire to it, you blow smoke out of it, and this entitles you to 10 minutes off work apparently, and you stand in a circle and moan about the people still working. Fantastic. Now, a little while ago, I was feeling tired, and I saw my mate Terry going out for one. I said, Terry, I wish I was part of the scheme, I could do it 10 minutes off work. He said, I'll tell you what, he said, have one of mine. He said, I'll treat you. The irony was, I only wanted 10 minutes off work. This thing made me so fucking sick, I had to have the rest of the day off. So a few of us got talking about it and said, look, you know, why are these people allowed time off work just because you've got this filthy habit? And so a group of us got together and said, we're going to form our own credit stick union in the form of Kit Kats. Next day, all the smokers went outside. Half a dozen of us went outside with Kit Kats. We formed our own circle. We had one finger each. We spent 10 minutes sucking the chocolate off the wafer. After 10 minutes, you just left with a sticky wafer that you drop on the floor and stamp on it. Push it into a wall for a bit of banter, you flick it. But I tell you what, all the similarities start occurring because only a couple of days in, the same bloke comes outside and says, I've left my Kit Kats in my jacket, can I have one of yours? Dave went on holiday, come back with 48 Kit Kats, sold them off cheap. They bought out a limited edition mint Kit Kat for a while, didn't they? I went back for a fortnight. And call me naive, but as a Rastafarian fella, Patrick, his Kit Kats always smell far more exotic than everybody else's. Now, I'm going to have to go home now, I'm afraid, but I've had a lovely evening. It was last Tuesday in Bristol, but this has been alright as well. Now, I've got to go home because I've left my wife at home watching television. She watches box sets on like iFlix and iPlayer and Netflix and all that. And what we do is, when I get home, she tells me about what she's been watching, and it's our way of getting communication back. Do you know what I mean? It gets us talking. It's great. A couple of years ago now, I got home from a gig, I pulled up on the drive, and she was waiting in the doorway for me. I thought, all right, what's gone wrong? She said, get in here, I've got to talk to you. I got in, she said, what? She said, I've been watching this thing called Dr. Foster. Did anybody ever see that? She said, it's fantastic. She said, the internet's gone mad. She said, they've had a scene, they called it hate sex. I said, what's that? She said, it's when you make love to somebody but you hate them. I didn't say anything. She said, I'd quite like to try that. I thought, well, that's not very nice. Who is? She said, well, you. I thought, well, you say getting any better, really? She said, no. She said, I'd like to do some role play. She said, I want you to drag me by the hair and I want you to drag me upstairs. Well, now this is weird because we live in a bungalow. She said, I want you to drag me upstairs and make love to me like I'm the person you hate most in all the world. Well, I carried her up into the attic and I tried. I really fucking tried. But I can't hate her. We've been together since we was at school. I love her. There's nobody else I want to be with. She looked at me, she grabbed me by the throat, she said, don't you fucking spoil this for me. She said, this means a lot, don't you fucking spoil this for me. She said, close your eyes, count to 10, open your eyes and make love to me like I'm the person you hate most in all the world. But the only person I could think of was Dave across the road, she wouldn't let me do that. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for listening, good night.
Fantastic stuff, guys. Before we have our break, we're going to have a quick raffle. The guys